Okay, so number 4, y equals negative x minus 2. All right, does anybody remember how to graph this? We'll let them take the lead. Anybody? Go ahead. Thank you, sir.
Would it be just a line across, like going across the way to
No, definitely not. Come on, come on. Tell us. Go down 2. Start at negative 2. Then from there, I go what?
right one down.
Yes, but remember, we're going to say y equals negative 1 over 1x minus 2. This was your y-intercept, for those of you guys who forgot. And this is your slope. And slope is rise over run. So in this case, we go down 1 and to the right 1. Down 1 and to the right 1. So from this point right here, we go down 1 and to the right 1. And then what I'm asking you to do is go ahead and make that line. All right, don't make your dots so big, all right, because it's kind of hard to read them. All right, that's why we need our calculator, but if we do this, all right, there's my first line. All right, so with that review, all right. What do you think about y equals 2/3 x plus 3? Lena, what am I going to do for that? Go up 3. That's exactly right. Plot a point. Then from there, I go what? Up 2 over 3. Right. Or I could go down 2 and to the left 3. And now if you graph that accurately, here's your point of intersection. All right, your answer is the point of intersection right there. So everybody should be able to look at that and say, what's that point about? Negative 3, 1, somebody said.
I got -4.
Well, look at your graph carefully. I might be wrong, but I doubt it. All right, that's why I'm saying it's very important to graph carefully. Now, everybody take out your handy dandy calculator. All right, with your calculator. All right. Here we go. All right. I need everybody to look at, first thing I want you to do is go to y equals. Now, your stat plot is on because we had been working with plotting points. I need that to be turned off. The stat plot is right above the y equals. So you just push your arrow up, and this, I think it says plot 1 or something like that. Go up and just turn it off. It should be clear. So go to y equals, move your cursor all the way up, then hit enter once, and it turns it off. Then go down. Okay. Now what I need you to do is type in on your calculator y equals negative, go under y1, and this is under y2. Under y1, type in negative x minus 2. Now remember, there's a negative and a minus sign. We want the negative. So everybody type in negative x minus 2, and then under y2, you can type in the fraction y equals 2/3 x plus 3. Now, we've also done some weird things with the graph. So after you type them in, we need to hit zoom, and then we need to hit standard. Zoom standard. Everybody go to zoom, and then hit standard. And then when it graphs, it should graph those two lines. It's alpha y equals. You see it?
Yeah.
So once we do put those equations into the locket one, what do we do?
You hit zoom, Did you hit standard, zoom standard already? Zoom standard. And then the graph should come up on your screen.
All right.
Now you need to calculate the point of intersection. What's the matter?
How do you get to a negative?
What do you mean? How do you get to a negative?
Like,
On the bottom.
There's a negative button on your calculator.
It's -6.
Oh.
Okay, now, again, Brennan, what's the matter?
Standard, then what do we do?
It'll automatically graph it for you.
Oh, so that's all we do.
Try it and see. Just try it and see. Hit zoom standard and see what happens.
Yeah.
Go back to y equals. Did you type in a minus or a negative?
Oh, now it's graphing. So now it's here.
Because it's trying to graph a point that you typed in minus instead of negative. All right, now, once you have the graphs, all right, now watch how cool your calculator is. Your calculator has the ability to find the point of intersection. Brennan, does it work now? Look, all that's supposed to be on your calculator are those two lines. Are those two lines on your calculator? I don't know what that means. I'll do it. I have no idea. I asked you if those two lines are on your calculator. You said, I'll do it. What does that mean? Come on, go to y equals and let's type in the two equations if they're not correct. Negative x minus 2 and 2/3 x plus 3. Okay, for the rest of us, what I need you to do now is go to second, hit the second button, and then there's a trace button, which is calc. All right, so at the top, I think it's like the fourth one over. Second, trace, and then a window comes up where it gives you a bunch of things you can do. Max, min. All right, we're looking for the intersection. All right, what?
Can't find the second. Right above it. Oh, I expected. Never mind.
And then we want, I think the intersection is 5. Hit 5. Brennan, if you're having trouble, just come on up here. All right, let me help you. And then hit enter. It'll say first curve, and then it'll say second curve, hit enter, and then it'll say guess. I don't care about guessing. Just hit enter. And then look at the bottom. What does it tell you? What's the intersection? -3, 1. Perfect. Hit go to. And just as I was telling you, if you hit that go to, somehow this gibberish got down there. Clear. Now try one more time. There's that. There's that. Now we have to go to again. And it takes you to more gibberish down here. Because you typed in some stuff down there by accident. Clear. Now graph. Now, second. Hit the second button. Now see this calc right here is what I want. You with me? So hit that button now, trace. So what did you do? All right, now it should be going graph. Okay, so hold on one more time. Second calc. Second calc. Now with the intersection number 5. Enter, enter, enter. And there's your answer. That's how you do it, okay? All right. Anybody have any problems with the -3, 1 coming up on their calculator? -3, 1 was the point of intersection. Anybody? What?
Well, it's not common that we did, but do we only have to plot the point of getting 3, 1, and then it's actually graph part? We have to do
I don't know what that means.
like.
You have to
like-
graph the two lines and find the point of intersection. The point of intersection is -3, 1.
But do the other points on the like blue line matter?
You mean these points over here? That was just from the slope.
But do they matter?
It's not part of the answer if that's what you're asking me.
So it'd be right if you put together.
Yeah, no. All right, so let's take a look at number 5 now. All right. So Finn, how do I graph the first one? Start at 1. Well, let's do it. Down 3 to the right 4. All right. Down 3 to the right 4. Then everybody draw that line. Jackson, tell me about number 5. Go up 2. Down 3 to the right 4. What looks to be true about these two lines? Say that again. They are in fact parallel. So the intersection is the answer. Do they intersect? They do not intersect. Does everybody agree with this? Because they don't intersect, that means how many solutions are there? There are no solutions. All right. So everybody's got to put down no solution. 0 with the line through it. That's exactly right. 0 with the line through it. If there is no solution, you're supposed to know that they are what? Parallel lines. That's what no solution means. They are parallel lines. Anybody have any questions with that? All right, now graph them on your calculator real quick just to make sure I did a good job. Everybody go to y equals. Type in -3/4 x plus 1 and -3/4 x plus 2, and then graph them. And now let's just say that we didn't understand what the intersection was. All right, you can tell your calculator to find the point of intersection. It'll just say error, no sign change, I believe. All right, which just basically means there is no point of intersection. But everybody should try it just to make sure. Everybody see what I'm saying?
We hit trace and then we hit the second zoom.
No, second,
Yeah.
and then hit the trace button, which is the calculate. You want the calculator to calculate the intersection, which is number 5. Then you just hit enter 3 times. And what does it say? Error, right? Yeah, that's right. That means there's no solution. They don't intersect. All right. So let's take a look at number 6. Brennan, how do I graph number 6? The first equation. Up 2, good job, girl. Then what?
Then up to across 1.
Very, very good. All right, good work for that. All right, Luke, what about number 6? With the second one, well, how do I graph that? What? Down how many? Yes, you go to start at -4. Then from there I go what? Do you remember how to graph a line? So how do I graph -x minus 4? You're right, you go down 4, plot a point. From there I go what? You use the slope now. The slope is -1/1. So from -4, yes, now draw your line. And what does it appear to be the point of intersection? That's right, -2, -2. Now, everybody, of course, type in on their calculator, y equals 2x plus 2. And then type in -x minus 4. And then double check that with your calculator. Second calc intersection. Enter 3 times. What does it say the answer is? Anybody check it with the calculator? Is that correct? All right. All right, is everybody happy with that? Now, if you don't have your calculator, ask your buddy to borrow it. All right, make sure you know how to use your calculator. All right, now what I want to do is I want everybody to jump to question number 15. Everybody jump to 15. We'll get to the little bit harder problems. All right, now we're going to write 2x plus 3y equals -6. 2x plus y equals 2. We got a problem here because it's not in the right format. All right. Sydney, what are we going to have to do here, kiddo? For the first one. Yes, move the 2x over. So it becomes 3y equals what? Perfect, kiddo. Now what? That is exactly correct. So I end up with y equals what?
-2/3x minus
-2. Perfect. All right, tell me how to graph that now.
Start at -2.
Start at -2.
And go down to -4 and over 3.
Perfect. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, Carolyn, what do I do for the next one?
Move the y over. Oh, yeah. Move 2x after.
Yeah, we move the 2x over to the right side. So the 2x becomes what?
The 2x becomes x.
No, I move it over here. It was positive 2x. If I move it on the other side, it's
-2x.
yes. So it's -2x plus 2. Now, how do I graph that?
We go to +2.
Go to +2. Then what?
And we go down 2 and to the right 2.
Down 2 to the right. How many?
2.
No.
Oh, 1.
Yes. Down 2 to the right 1. And that intersection appears to be what?
3 negative.
But I think you did it backwards. 3 negative. Yeah, X first. 3 negative 4. All right, now, once again, please, right now, double check with your calculator. All right, I want the answers. I want you to get 100 on the next test. Type it in. If you're having trouble, you can let me know. Yes, sir.
So do we, can we just type in, no,
No, you got to practice your graphing.
I know, but like you can't just type in the first equation that we know.
No, you can't because it's in y equals.
Yeah.
Anybody have any issues with that? Zane, you get it? Anybody having trouble with that? Brennan, did you get it? Luke? Please, everyone's supposed to be double checking their work. Let's knock out number 17. Everybody go to 17 now. We'll do a couple more together. Wyatt, what do I do for the first one? So that becomes y equals what? Very nice. What about the second equation, Wyatt? Let me go just go ahead and let you do it.
So we do.
Yep.
Y equals X plus 4
What kind of X?
positive.
Didn't you say move the X?
Oh, yeah, so negative.
Negative X, what?
Uh,
Negative X plus 4 is good. Now what? It's a negative Y, so what does that mean?
change all
Change all the signs, so it's going to be Y equals X minus 4. Perfect. All right, just review with me your graphing. We make sure you're up to speed on that. How do I graph the first one?
down to
What? Yeah, what?
up to
All right, come on, bud. Up to, come on now.
up to
And then what?
down to
Yes, down to the right one. Hold on 1 second. Let me finish drawing. All right, now what?
down 4
Good,
one the right one.
good. What does it look like the answer is?
2 negative 2.
All right, now double check that with your calculator. Anybody get that with the calculator? Anybody having trouble? All right, I'll just do 18 with you. And honestly, I think 18 is about as hard as it can get. All right, who haven't I heard from? Miss Wood, tell me about number 18. What do I need to do?
We need to move the X.
Okay, and what does that become? Then what?
Divide by 2 to get Y equals negative 1 into 2X plus 3.
Perfect. How do I graph that?
We go up 3.
Up 3.
Down over 2.
Good job. All right. 5x minus 4y equals 16. Samantha, what do we got?
So we do up 3.
What?
Oh, sorry, you already did that one. You go, oh, okay. So then it's negative 4y equals negative 5x plus 16,
Good job.
and then divide. So it's y equals 5/4 x plus 4, or minus 4. And then you have to make it.
Okay. So what am I going? What do you mean?
Hold on, isn't it negative
We
five?
changed the.
No, we're dividing by -4, right?
Oh, yeah.
We changed the.
I did, right? 5/4 x minus 4. Do we agree or not? So how do I graph that?
Down 4,
Right?
and then up 5 into the right 4.
And what does the answer look like?
2, 2,
No,
4, 4, 1.
it looks like 4-1. I'm not sure that's right. So everybody's taking their calculator. And double check it with the calculator. Is that the correct answer? 4-1? All right, anybody have any issues? All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, if you're having some problems, come on up and see me. All right, come up and see me. I did some work, all right, for you. You should know how to use your calculator efficiently now. All right, like I said, if you've got something, you're not sure if you got something right, it's why you check your answers with your calculator.